Video is an essential part of your digital marketing strategy, especially when it comes to SEO, search engine optimization. So let's talk about how video will help you boost your SEO ranking on Google and the search engines online. Powerful search engines like Google are prioritizing video. So when you go to search for any kind of thing on Google, guess what's going to pop up? A visual thumbnail of a video recommended. It's already happening now. At the top of your search results, you're going to see a video thumbnail that's recommended. And especially if it's something that's very specific that you're searching for, it's going to show up for you. Cisco even predicts that 82% of online traffic is going to be video by 2022. So this year that I'm recording this and beyond, it's only going to increase and become more important. So the better that you can invest in SEO strategies when it comes to your video creation and marketing, the more set up that you'll be to succeed. And although as marketers and business owners, we're not in control of the mysterious Google algorithm and the changes that happen there, and sometimes it can feel like a slap in the face when they make a change that negatively impacts us. A lot of times the principles that we are applying today will still have a long-term and even short-term impact to help our business grow. And that is considering the power of search, the power of organic, the power of SEO. Because at the end of the day, Google's just trying to help us connect better with their audience and make it easier. And when Google's prioritizing video, when Instagram, TikTok, all these channels are prioritizing video, it goes to show that we should prioritize video as well. And when it comes to video SEO, you want to consider two options when it comes to publishing video. One is, do I publish my video to YouTube? And two, do I host and publish my video directly to my website through more private channels like Wistia, Vidyard, or Vimeo? They both have their benefits. So of course, YouTube is going to prioritize its YouTube content that you publish there, and that will show up first in the search results. But if you have an engaged audience or email list and those who are actively visiting your website, having a little bit more ownership around your video content, how it's published and managed, is a great way to go. So using those tools like Wistia, Vimeo, and Vidyard. When you can own and host videos directly on your website without using YouTube, then you can avoid any pre-roll or any sorts of ads throughout your video, let alone the recommended videos that show up at the end that get people to click away from your website and to go back to YouTube. So depending on the priorities of your marketing strategy, it's up to you as far as which route to take, because you can build a community and incredible audience through both channels. But for the sake of SEO, let's focus on Google and YouTube. Here are a few quick ways to optimize your videos for Google and YouTube. Make your videos about relevant topics that your audience is actually searching for, and use the words and language that they actually use when they go to search. Don't use crazy industry jargon unless people know those words and actively use them. Use more day-to-day language. Something like how to create a video for YouTube. Granted, those keywords are definitely very popular, and so ranking for those will be more difficult. Simply, it's important to understand the search volume of certain phrases or keywords that are relevant to your brand, your industry, and of course, your audience. You can use SEO tools like SEMrush to identify what these may be for your audience. And this will also help answer questions like, is this something my audience and future paying customers will actually search for? What words will they actually type into the search field to find it? And is the video content, the messages in the video actually relevant in meeting the needs of my customers? Speaking of relevancy, another tip is to consider how you're using the videos on your website. With embedding a YouTube video on your website, you want to make sure that the titles are connected, that they're related. Google will recognize those titles, and even the descriptions of your YouTube videos, the transcripts, things like that, to make sure that it's actually relevant. You can't just randomly embed a video that has no relevance to your blog article or your landing page. Also, when Google goes to index your video through their crazy algorithm that we all don't really fully understand, make sure to embed the YouTube video at the top of the page above the fold So that way it's easy to see and it's prioritized by the Google algorithm as it takes the information and processes it. And to better help Google index your video, then place the video higher up on the page, ideally above the fold, so that way it's easier for the Google algorithm to find and place your video relevant to your audience when they go to search for it. When you go to upload a new video to YouTube, use their tools. Make sure that your thumbnail is optimized and engaging for better click-throughs. Consider your title, your description, your captions. Make sure you use closed captions. That is SEO friendly. Use hashtags, keywords, location tracking. The list goes on around ways to improve the searchability of your video. And this is a really obvious one, but make sure your video is actually good. Make sure the message is relevant to the people you're talking to, and make sure that you put effort into each of those items discussed that make your video more searchable and helpful to your audience. And keep this in mind, video is no magic bullet. It's not the magic potion that's going to fix all of your digital marketing problems. It's simply going to help. Especially with all of the social media channels and Google and all the fancy algorithms online that are prioritizing video, it goes to show that you should do it as well. And to get all this help and to get all this done for you and to get further guidance, here at Video Supply, we're here to help you with all of these steps in your video marketing process, from the strategy to the scripting to the production, post-production, and marketing efforts. To learn more about how we can help you grow your business with video, go to videosupply.com.